Yesterday, since I have taken a long session in the weekend, I have given the break for the costing module practice. And I would like to take your practice doubts on the costing module or procurement. And later I'm going to start with the session. Any practice doubts on the costing and procurement?
Yes,
Any-
sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, when I was trying to do period closing, I was
Okay.
able to close 3 months, but not able to close the July month. Though I've given the item cost for all of my items, but
Okay.
it shows that item cost is not processed
Okay.
for the month of July.
After giving the cost, again, you have to run CAD. Cost accounting distributions you need to run.
Yes, sir, I have done all of those. I could close the periods of first 3 months. Only July I was not able to do so.
Yeah, I understood, madam. Maybe in the July that item is having a transaction and that
Okay.
item cost is not processed in the July month. Okay, that's why you're not able to close July. After defining the cost for that item, you have to run cost accounting distributions for the July month. You have to run
Okay.
for the July month.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll write again, sir.
Maybe when you're running the cost accounting distributions, you have to change the date.
Okay.
Hope you remember cutoff date.
Yes, sir.
That cutoff date, you have to change it to July.
Okay.
Let me show
Okay.
you. Let me show you. After defining the cost, that cost has to be processed to the transaction. If it
Yeah.
has to be processed to the transaction, means you need to run a CAD, cost accounting distributions.
Yeah.
I'll show you. So here, we click on create cost accounting distributions. And when you're running the CAD for the first time, you select the which cost ordination.
Yeah. Sir, I've actually defined all of my item costs at the same time and run all of them at the same time. So do I have to do it again for each month? These.
No, not required. So this one, I'm talking about this cutoff date. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose if your cutoff date is in the till June only, then that will process till June transactions only.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So you have to change this to July because you want to process July also, right? So
Yeah, I
you
think,
put it
yeah,
you put it to future date also, not a problem. You can
okay.
put it to July 31st also. Then July transactions will be processed.
Okay, sir.
I think this could be the problem, I believe.
Yeah, I think so, sir. I'll check that out again.
Okay.
And I was not able to see the cost distribution, sir, which you were showing debit and credit which account. So when I was doing the transaction, I could see the first screens, but not the cost distribution.
Here, if
In my
you
document,
go
I have shown.
if you go to review cost accounting distributions,
Yeah.
here you are not able to see. Did you selected a
These,
transaction date?
yes, sir. Cost transactions I could see. Item
Okay.
I have selected, cost
Okay.
transactions I could see.
Okay.
But the last at the bottom, we will have after the receipt layers, we have this. Yeah, here cost distributions we'll have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this cost distributions I'm not able to see.
Okay. Everyone, please concentrate and listen to her questions, okay? And you may face these type of issues in the future when you're practicing also. Do not think like this is not your practice doubts. Please listen to her practice question, okay? How I'm helping her. And you might be asking me the same question after some time. What is the question? What I'm replying, please observe, okay? Costing status is showing as fully costed.
Yeah.
But okay, if you have clicked on the thought tab, you should have seen the errors. Thought tab, transaction errors.
Okay.
Thought tab. Okay, let me check. The issue is the status, the transaction status is showing fully costed, but she is unable to see the cost distributions. Here, no debit entry and no credit entry. That's the issue. I'm trying to get into her login. This is business user login, right, madam?
Yes, sir.
So SCM_IMPL. Hello everyone, completed marking your attendance.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Done.
Yes, sir.
Supply chain exhibition and cost accounting. And she's unable to see the distributions here. If I go to review cost accounting distributions, and I would like to see the transactions happened after June 1st. And the primary cost book I'm selecting to yes. If I click on search. Okay, so these are all the transactions that has been performed. I see the cost also for FG502. It's a physical inventory adjustment. And I see the cost also, but if I go to distributions, I'm not able to see the debit entry and credit entry. If I go to transaction address, this is the issue, madam.
Okay.
GL is not closed for, is not open for July.
Okay. Okay.
Open the GL period for July month, okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any more doubts?
No.
Sir, this
No,
is
sir.
Harish.
Tell me.
Sir, in the cost accounting periods, not searching with the cost organization, they're not getting the results after cost loading.
Mine is also same problem, Krishna. Send you the email.
I did not get your question. When you're defining the cost, nothing but scenario, right?
After defining the cost loading, then run the program. Then cost accounting period search with the cost organization. In that, not getting the reflection.
You're trying to open the cost period. In that, you're not
Yes.
able to find your cost organization.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you send me the login details?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will log into your user.
Sir, password 1127, sir, last.
Okay. This is the password, right?
Yes, yes.
Cost accounting. Parish, you have to improve on the communication. Okay, communication plays 50% role in the interview.
Okay, sir.
50% is subject, 50% is communication.
Okay, sir.
You should be able to express what is your problem, what is your issue, and you should be able to answer also. You should be able to reply in the English only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Here, right?
Yes, sir. 53 standard cost academic.
Which one? This one?
53H, sir.
Okay. And here you are not fetching the periods.
Yes, sir.
Mm. Then this could be problem with your configurations. Your setup issues. This is. Did you send me your practice status document for the configuration?
Okay.
Have you sent me?
Yes, sir.
Where is your cost org here? What is your cost org name?
Down.
Okay. Legal entity. Is this is a legal entity or your
Yes, sir,
inventory
sir.
or nations are attached to some other legal entity?
No, sir, same.
See with legal entity as HP Tech Mahindra. Okay. Cost book. In the relationship. So this is these are your inventory or nations, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
53 HYZ. I doubt సైలెన్సర్ ఫీజు పడేసి వాళ్ళు ఎటో పోతున్నాడు ఇక్కడ కూడా సౌండ్ వస్తుంది కూర్చోబుడ్డు కొట్టాలి అంటారు which inventory or nations you have added, Vizag and Hyderabad. Okay. If I open Hyderabad, okay, it's attached to the same legal entity. And Vizag also attached to the same legal entity. Here, I think this is the mistake. You see here, the first open period you selected August 24. Okay. I see August 24th there.
But it will show only in August 24th. Then
I don't know, sir, because I have not selected like that anytime. Okay.
okay.
You selected completely next financial year. Okay. I not tried like that, whether it will show next financial year or not.
Okay.
August 24 you selected.
Okay.
So team, whenever if you face any issue, you have to cross check, you have to verify from the step number 1 where you have done the mistake. Okay. That is missing most of the people with most of the people because you're not able to troubleshoot and find out your issue. That is missing with most of you're practicing, but if you're stuck somewhere, you're not able to fix yourself. Let's see the screen. I used to take practice doubts at the end of the class, right? Normally, I used to take at the end of the class, but I'm starting new batch from today. I think I'm checking in a wrong instance. That's why I'm taking the practice doubts and the starting itself. Because at the end, I don't know whether I can give you enough time or not. Select the cost book, and you selected the period as why it is only displaying from the August.
Calendar is given the correct
Your voice is breaking, sir.
and accounting calendar.
Accounting calendar is defined from August 24.
Maybe that is could be the reason. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, that could be the reason. I got one more doubt also, whether he is selecting the same ledger or not, or a different
Same
ledger.
ledger, sir.
Same ledger, you have used it to your inventory ordinations, I mean your ledger also. I have got that doubt also now. Everyone understood the issue? What is the issue? Understood, right?
Yes, sir.
Ledger 53H, SCM ledger. Okay, it's the same ledger only. Then accounting calendar. Reporting structure and then accounting calendar. What is this, sir? Why you defined from August, sir? And start date also you selected from August only. What we do now?
Yes, sir.
This is not updatable, okay? What we do now, because you selected the accounting calendar start date from next year. And it's not possible to change the date in this calendar. And it is not possible to change the calendar in your ledger also. If you create a new calendar, it's not possible to update that calendar also to the ledger.
Okay. Okay, fine, sir.
You have to do everything from the scratch, like including your inventory ordinations also.
Okay, sir.
You have to create for costing practice, you have to create inventory ordinations, you have to perform transactions in that inventory ordination. Everything you have to do completely. Because this calendar is linked to your ledger is linked to your inventory ordination.
Yes, sir.
Because in your inventory ordination, which ledger is selected, this ledger is selected. For this ledger, this calendar is added. You have to create a new ledger and then new calendar. And with the new ledger and new calendar, you have to create a new inventory ordination. And in that new inventory ordination, you should perform transactions. Some transactions, at least issue, receipt, sub-inventory transfer.
Yes.
Because for the transactions only, you should generate the cost accounting distributions.
Okay.
How you are selected next year, man, here? Huh? Mistakenly, huh?
Yes, sir.
Mistakenly selected next year, huh? I don't know what to tell. Because it's like you have to do everything. So when you're practicing everything from the second time, from starting to end, you can practice this.
Okay, sir.
Next doubt, please.
Sir, can you check mine?
Rakesh.
Uh,
Review cost accounting distributions. Okay. What is the
unable to
issue?
review I'm unable to review the transactions, and also I'm unable to assign the
So
inventory
this
org in
so
relationship.
setup, basically setup is not fine. So once your setup is okay, then this is climax. Okay. You're saying that your setup is not fine here. You're not able to add inventory ordinations, right?
So that is a problem where I cannot review the distribution.
Your setup issue this is. So here I think I believe what is your
I
inventory
provided
org name?
RR Hyderabad, RR _ Hyderabad.
You are working under the same instance.
EHQJ.
Okay. I'm under the same instance only. I'm unable to fetch your organizations. This is because of your inventory organization setup and your business function setup also. When you're defining the business functions, you should enable a checkbox called profit center, nothing but a yellow legal entity. Let me show you that. So this is a business user that you provided, but issue with the setup. I'll log into the implementation user because I have to verify the configuration, right? To verify the configuration, I need to log into the implementation user. This user is an implementation user. But password is not working. I need a implementation user login. stopped my screen sharing. I'm sharing the screen back to you. First, I'm checking the inventory ordinations. So these are your inventory ordinations. And here this is missing. What is your profit center BU?
I
So this
haven't
is
seen it.
this
It
is
is showing
missing.
blank.
Yeah, this is missing. It's because at the time of creating the business unit, I asked you to enable one checkbox. Below legal entity, this checkbox, below legal entity checkbox. You should enable this, okay?
Okay.
If you don't enable this checkbox, then you are not able to see your BU there. Now I enable for your BU and for your inventory ordinations. Now here you should be able to see. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for Bangalore also. This is the issue. If I go to cost accounting and if I go to relationships, here you are able to see your inventory box now. That is the problem. Cost to corporate June 23 added. Okay. Now you again whatever the cost that is required, add the cost for all the items and then run the cost accounting distributions. Okay.
Then I can review the
Rakesh, right? Yeah.
distributions, right?
Yes.
Oh.
See, basically, you want to see the distributions for your transactions, right? Right?
Yes.
Where
Yes.
you perform transactions in your Hyderabad or in your Bangalore org. Okay.
Yeah.
Your Hyderabad and Bangalore ordinations are linked to your cost ordination. Where you linked your ordinations in your setup, you're not linked.
Linked. Yes.
Just now we linked.
Yes.
Then how you are able to see the distributions for your transactions if you don't link your Hyderabad and Bangalore?
No, yeah, I got the dot only. So I've mentioned the cost relationship also.
Okay. Okay, Rakesh.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Next out, please.
Yes, sir. Rahim this said good morning.
Rahim.
I'm not able to fetch my cost book in the ninth setup. I have attached the screenshot, but that cost book is available. I'm able to see. But when I'm creating the valuation unit, I'm not able
Ninth
to
setup means which setup, sir? That is
manage valuation.
manage valuation units. Huh?
Last page I have attached the screenshot.
Okay. Your cost book name?
Yes, third one.
Huh?
Third
Third
one,
one,
sir.
okay. RS53. And you're done with the relationship setup also?
Yes, yes.
Your cost org name
53 RS standard order without
starts with
hash.
53.
RS. RS. RS.
Which instance you are using?
This one only, sir. Oh, in the screenshot.
Using EHQJ instance only. But this is RS53. It starts with RS53. You're not attached your inventory organizations.
Okay. Inventory organizations I have attached actually. Like before Rakesh was facing the issue, right? The same issue I have faced. Again, I have created my inventory organ and I have attached.
Here it is not attached, sir. In the org relationship, okay, you have assigned only reference data set, but your inventory organizations are not added here. Your cost book also not added here.
Okay, okay.
See, this is missing. I'm observing from the day one to all of you. If you face some issue, you have to verify your previous configurations. Whatever the setup that you did previously, you have to verify, you have to cross-check one by one whether the setups you did properly or not. Every setup you should. And that's how you will understand the linking between each setup. To all of you, okay, I'm observing this from mostly all of you. If you face some issue, you are not troubleshooting yourself. This is simple setup issue. You're not attached to your inventory organization, not only to Rahim. I'm talking to everyone. We're almost done with 1 month of time. You should improve your troubleshooting skills. That is important in your project. That is important. That is mainly important one in your project after you got the job. So this is the relationship screenshot, sir. Okay. In the relationship, okay, you have only attached the reference data set. That's it. Okay. Inventory organizations I see here in the screenshot. But when I open the setup, it was empty here. I don't know. Maybe you're not saved it. Let me show you again. In the screenshots, it's there. In the screenshot, it is showing that you have added the inventory organizations. But when I come here, no, even cost book is also no here. And not saved it seems like. But here it is showing in your screens.
Okay. I'll recheck it.
Okay.
Okay.
It's here, but I don't know why. Did you created multiple cost organizations?
No, sir, only one.
Only one, right? Then in your screenshots, you added inventory organizations and cost book, but it's not showing here. You're not saved, maybe.
Oh.
Okay, I'm adding now. I'm going back to the Your cost book starts with hash, huh?
Yes, yes.
Period March 23, conversion rate type corporate. That's fine. When you went into the valuation units, here, okay,
Cost
it's
RS hash RS. Oh, maybe
you're not linked your cost book with your cost organization in the relationship screen, right?
oh,
Now I linked it. That's a connection.
oh,
It's simple issue. I think you asked this question in the group also.
yes.
How can others can help you if you're doing mistakes in your setup? Next doubt, please. Okay, no questions? Good. Anyone completed costing module practice?
Yes, sir, I have completed.
You're able to see the distributions,
Yes,
Sushil?
yeah, yes.
ADFD is also working for you?
Yes, sir, it worked. Yes, sir, I have
worked,
uploaded
yeah.
all the cost through the DFDI only.
Did any mistake or my browser
Uh,
problem?
I don't know, sir, but in my case, I have kept that effective end date as blank and then it uploaded.
Okay. Effective end date, it's displaying some number and you removed it,
I removed it, yes.
Okay. I think that could be the problem. So you're good with the ADFD cost upload also then.
Yes, yes.
So effective end date team, you please try ADFD load, item cost load by removing the effectivity date. Okay. Keep the effective date blank. And Shishir, if you're having time,
Yeah.
If you can prepare an Excel file,
Okay,
having a debit entry and credit entry for every transaction, at least for important transactions.
okay, okay, sir.
Okay. You prepare that document and it is useful for yourself also. In the
Okay, sir.
future also, you can simply refer that document. Suppose in case of miscellaneous receipt, what is the debit and what is the credit entry, prepare an Excel file. It's useful to you.
Okay, okay, I will do that.
Okay. Anyone else completed costing module practice? No. Only one. I've given the break also yesterday. I've given the break for you. I've not taken break for me. Any doubts from the procurement? Say yes or no.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Two responses.
No, sir.
3.
No, sir.
Please respond every time. Silence, silence.
So I have a small doubt, sir, that is related with costing and inventory both.
Hmm.
Sir, I was testing one of the scenario inventory valuation report, and their option was there to select one of the items, and I have selected my one item. But in output, I was able to see the inventory valuation for 2-3 more items, not for
You have run that inventory valuation report from the costing?
costing only. No, sorry, I have run it from inventory.
Run from the costing and
Okay.
see. Costing in the sense, in the costing task list, that's a last task.
Okay.
So you see review cost accounting distributions, right?
Yeah.
That is in the next section, inventory valuation. Run from there.
Okay.
Maybe when you're running from the inventory, it could be a possibility of a program problem.
Okay.
You try running from there.
Okay. I will do that. Sir.
Okay, it's only 7:50. I thought maybe it will take 15-20 minutes time to clarify your doubts, but it almost took the total class time. Okay, I'll just give a recap on the procurement, what we finished so far. We finished working on the supplier, nothing but in case of supplier, in how many ways we can actually create this supplier that we have seen. Okay, the supplier can be created manually, and supplier can be uploaded using the FBDI. And in these two cases, no approvals. When you upload or create this supplier, directly the suppliers are active. But in case of registration, you can configure approvals. Nothing but who has to approve that, you can configure a manager or somebody, you can configure. So here in case of supplier registration, it's better you can configure approvals to multiple departments, because the finance department has also need to approve that supplier, because the finance department is going to review the bank information provided by the supplier. Because we will make the payment, finance department will make the payment against the bank account. So the finance department will be verifying whether the supplier has provided the right bank details or not. Okay, and it's better, and quality department and purchasing department. Okay, it's better to take the approval from multiple departments, and you can configure multiple stages of approvals that I will explain you later. Okay, so internal registration is nothing but you are feeding the details into the application, and external registration is nothing but you are sending the link to the supplier, and supplier has to fill all the details in that link. And coming to supplier, two types of suppliers are there: prospective and spend authorized. You can onboard supplier as a prospective supplier, and later you can promote that supplier into spend authorized. Okay, or you can directly onboard the supplier as a spend authorized. So spend authorized supplier is approved for the business, nothing but again is the spend authorized supplier. You can create purchase order, you can create purchase agreement, and you can also perform the bidding process. Okay, whereas in case of prospective supplier, it's not approved for the business. We are still in the discussion, nothing but we are just doing the negotiation. Nothing but we are in the process of evaluating the supplier. Okay, so later we convert the supplier into spend authorized to create a purchase order or purchase agreement. And before we create a supplier, we have to complete all these prerequisite setup. So what is the supplier numbering sequence? Supplier numbering sequence, nothing but the supplier numbers. You want to start with which number? Supplier type lookup, supplier tax formation, product and services, and only procurement agent can create the supplier. only procurement agent, nothing but after your business user, your employee, you have to create as a procurement agent. Only procurement agent is able to create the supplier. And then after that, we discussed about the descriptive flexi fields. We have seen how to create a character descriptive flexi field and a drop-down flexi field also, nothing but list of value flexi field. Okay. And this is a setup which is used to define, in case of registration, which sections to be displayed to the supplier and which sections are mandated to be entered. So from this configuration, in case of external supplier registration, in that link, in that external supplier registration link, which information you want to collect from the supplier, that information you can display and you can mark it as a mandatory also by using this configuration. After that, audit policies. So supplier level changes can be tracked by running the audit policies program. So you can see who has performed what kind of modifications on the supplier object, that can be seen from the audit policies. And this audit policies is also available for some other supply chain components. That is nothing but on the locators, on the inventory org parameters. Okay, you are able to track the changes that is performed. And after that, we completed defining the payment terms and freight terms and carriers. And in case of line types, how many seeded line types provided by Oracle? How many seeded line types provided by Oracle? Seeded line types, how many provided
3.
by Oracle?
3.
Oracle provided 3. Okay. So goods, fixed price services, and the credit line type. Okay. After that, we completed common options for payables and procurement. And in common options for payables and procurement, I have to explain you the accruals topic that is pending from my side. I will explain you the accruals later. And in the requisition business function options, how many sections are there? In the requisition business function option screen, how many sections are there totally? What is the first section name? How many sections are there?
In section.
3 sections. What are those?
The contact with DFF field.
You're breaking, Ganesh. What is the first section name? Okay, what is there in the first section?
Approvals.
What is there in the first section? At least explain me. There are a lot of checkboxes are there, a lot of fields are there, total around 10 fields are there. At least explain me 3 to 4.
Pre-approver, approver overrides, and
is reapproval required for after an active approval?
Yes.
Something.
I spent a lot of time to
Create order
explain that
immediately
screen. Yeah.
order after import.
Yes, I spent a lot of time to explain that screen. That screen is important. Requisition business function options, procurement business function options. Those 2 screens are really important. I want all of you to have idea on each and every checkbox. You have to remember each and every checkbox and field over there in that screen. So there we enter default delivery ordination, right? Default line type also, right? In that screen, default line type, and also allow one-time address functionality. Allow one-time address functionality, requisition import group by. That is on the left-hand side. And right-hand side checkboxes. Reapproval required for the buyer, any changes made during the active approval process. Create orders immediately after requisition is imported. And approval required for the buyer modified. And I think
Enable approve override.
Enable
approval override. And one more checkbox. I think I'm also forgetting it.
Enable supply availability.
Supply availability.
Internal transfer.
Internal transaction.
Enable
So-
supply availability for details for internal transfer.
Internal transfer. Okay. So that is how you have to remember. What is the first section name?
Requesting.
The first section name is
Default deliver to organization.
No, requesting.
section name.
Requesting.
Hi, Krishna.
Yeah.
This was supposed to start at 8 o'clock, right? It started off already?
No, it's a previous batch.
Was it demo class is at 8, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
And what is the next section, team?
Context values for requisition.
Yeah,
Flex
context
fields.
DFF. Okay. And after that,
Purchasing.
not flexi field, madam, it's context DFF. After that, purchasing section. In the purchasing section, can you remember anything? Purchasing section,
Default procurement BU.
default procurement BU. So that is important because based on the default procurement BU, you also control the centralized procurement. Correct?
Yes.
And after that,
Price change tolerance.
price change tolerance percentage and amount. That's correct. And then default ship to location.
Okay.
Default ship to location. After that,
Cancellation.
cancel unfulfilled demand. So this is nothing but if you cancel a PO, then you want a requisition to be cancelled or not. It depends upon these three options. Okay. Allow multiple legal entities on our order. This is, in case of global procurement and centralized procurement. In case of global and centralized procurement, you have to make this option to be allowed. Because in case of centralized procurement, your requisitioning legal entity is different and your purchase order legal entity is different. Okay. So this is how you have to practice the other important screen also, procurement business function option. In the procurement business function options, how many sections are there?
3 sections.
4 sections. 4 sections are there. What is the first section name? General section. Next section, purchasing. Third section, consignment. Fourth section, sourcing. See here, first section name is general section. Next section, purchasing section. Third section, consignment. Fourth section, sourcing. Okay. So this, I think I did not explain this setup, right? Yes. I think this is our next discussion, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that right? That's our next discussion.
Yes, need to discuss.
So tomorrow's session is on this topic. It's important topic. This screen is going to control all the purchase order options. This screen, okay, very, very important screen. I will be explaining each and every checkbox in this screen. Okay. Tomorrow I'll cover that. Thank you all. From tomorrow, today onwards, I'm starting new batch in the 8 to 9 slot. So if any friends are there, please refer. That batch number is going to be 54. Okay. If you want to continue in this batch, you can continue from the next week onwards. So please continue from Monday onwards. Okay. Don't join in this weekend. Okay. Continue from Monday onwards if you want to continue in this batch. Okay. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you, sir.